Hey everybody, Shaun Stevenson here, author of the Throne series, and I would like to share with you the 7 books that I am most looking forward to reading in 2024. These are all books that come out in 2024, and if you've been following this channel for any length of time, you know I really love fantasy, I really love middle grade fiction, and I like YA fiction, and sometimes I like something a little spooky. So, these are all would fit in those categories. So I'm excited to share with you the 7 books I am most looking forward to reading in 2024. The first one I want to talk about is a book that I didn't even know was coming out until just a couple of days ago when I saw an email come through from Amazon saying that, hey, here's a book from some authors that you really like. So I am super excited about this. I read their series. It was a trilogy called The Adventurers Guild back a few years ago when it came out, and I really enjoyed all 3 of those books. The books are by Zach Loren Clark and Nick Eliopoulos, and those books were so much fun. And then I'd kind of been wondering, will they put out another book together? But they didn't. They did some other projects for some different publishers separately. But then they just announced that they are having a book come out together, and this one is another fiction middle grade book that I'm so excited about. So this book is called The Doomsday Archives, book number 1, called The Wandering Hour. And this book looks so great. Basically, it's about a group of kids in their small town who look around for cryptids and they like searching for different mysterious creatures. And then they find this library that has all kinds of different ancient relics in it and all kinds of stuff. And they have unleashed something into the town. And they found that the monsters that they were hunting are now hunting them. I'm so excited about this book. The thing that I loved about their Adventurers Guild series was that it was so tightly plotted and had so many great plot twists and reveals. It had one of those situations where you have an unknown world outside of castle walls. So this series, it had like a whole kingdom that was surrounded by castle walls, but there's something outside of it that's not what they think. So it was such a great series. So I know that they're going to put something awesome together for this new series, The Doomsday Archives. This book comes out January 30th. So in just a little bit, in a few days. So I have got it on my wish list. I'm ready to get it as soon as it comes out because I will probably plow through that book as fast as I can. The second book I'm looking forward to is Goblin Monday, book number 2 in the Goosebumps House of Shivers series by R.L. Stine. This book doesn't come out till March 5th, and I don't even want to read the back of it. I don't like to read the back of Goosebumps books or R.L. Stine books because I want to be totally surprised, because I know I'm going to enjoy the ride no matter what happens, so I might as well just go for it and see what happens instead of trying to see what is the book about. So I have no idea what Goblin Monday is about, except that there are goblins on the cover and maybe it takes place on a Monday. So that is all I know about Goblin Monday, but I'm excited. The first Goosebumps House of Shivers book, it's the newest Goosebumps series. I enjoyed it a lot for the couple of plot twists that happened, and I thought that some of the action was really well done, and there were a couple of set pieces where I was wondering, how are they going to get out of that? Like, there's no way out. So I thought that was really good. I do think that that book had a lot of random stuff that kind of came at you one after the next. So we'll see if Goblin Monday is similar. I am so curious if book 1 set up an ongoing storyline throughout the Goosebumps House of Shivers series or not, because the way that book ended kind of made it sound like there was going to be more based on the ending of that book. And so Goblin Monday actually makes me think, just the title and the cover makes me think it's possible, but I have no idea. I don't know if this is going to be another anthology Goosebumps series or not. I know some people really love that. I love the idea of an anthology series, but I also love the idea of a little bit of connective tissue between the books. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that is the second book I'm really looking forward to. The next book I'm looking forward to is The Legend of the Lost Library by Frank Cole. Now this book comes out on August 6th, so gotta wait a little while for this one, but it looks really intriguing. This book is about a girl who finds a book, and in the world that she is living in, books are very, very, very rare. There's a disease that has taken out almost all the trees on the planet, so they can't make paper anymore. and so books are very rare. But then she hears of some kind of a lost library, and so she is on the hunt for it, and so are other people trying to find this lost library. So it kind of has like a little bit of Indiana Jones flavor of trying to find this MacGuffin that they're all looking for. There's some villains, and I'm curious about this sort of dystopian future. So we'll see what happens with this book. So Frank Cole, I really like his books. He has a couple other series that I've read. He has a book that is a series that's called The Potion Masters, which was really good. I read the first book. Haven't read books 2 and 3 yet, but I want to read them because the first book was so good. And he also wrote a series called Champion's Quest, which I really love the first book of that series too. I've read a lot of his first books and series, but not the rest of them yet. And not because I didn't want to, but I just got to other things. I am very much a mood reader, so I kind of read whatever's in front of me at the moment. So I like to read different things all the time and change it up. Otherwise I get a little stir crazy, so to speak. So I really am excited to read this next book from him. I don't know if it's going to be a series though. It looks more like a standalone. So we'll see how The Legend of the Last Library is when it comes out in August. The fourth book I'm really looking forward to, there's no official release date, but I am so excited about it. It is by Wayne Thomas Batson, and he is starting a new series, and it's called Outcast, Book 1, a lit RPG novel. So this is a book that's kind of a Dungeons & Dragons-y sort of idea, a fantasy story. So I am excited to read it. It comes out in spring. He's been releasing it chapter by chapter through a serial website. I don't remember which one it is, but he's been releasing it chapter by chapter, but I have not wanted to read it because I figured he would be putting it out in book form at some point. And he is, sometime spring 2024. So that gives us between, all right, here we go, March 21st, all the way through June 21st. It's got to come out somewhere in that time period, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be upset. No, not really. But I'm excited to read it. Wayne Thomas Batson writes a lot of fantasy books. He's written some of my favorite pirate stories of all time. He wrote a series, Isle of Swords, Isle of Fire, and Isle of Stars that were super fun pirate stories that I really loved. He's also written some other fantasy series, including the Meridian Constellation series, which I really love. He has 4 books of that out so far. Book 5 is still coming, but we'll see when that comes. But right now, the Outcast lit RPG novel is going to be coming soon, and I can't wait for it. So that is spring 2024. The 5th book that I'm looking forward to, this one actually just came out, and I have it on order. I'm waiting for it to arrive. It is Nightshade Revenge, the 13th, according to Amazon, Alex Rider book by Anthony Horowitz. So Alex Rider, if you've never read any of those books, I love those books. I usually devour them as soon as I get them. I plow right through them because they're so much fun. But Alex Rider is a teenage spy who has been drafted by MI6 to do all these different missions. And I just love the gadgets in these books, the near escapes, all of the different plots that are going on. They're just so much fun. And if anything ever happens to Jack Starbright, I will be highly upset. So you've heard it here, Anthony Horowitz. Don't do anything to Jack Starbright. So Alex Rider books are a lot of fun. This one, Nightshade's Revenge, is already out. So I'm waiting for it to come. It just came out a few days ago. I think actually Tuesday, January 16th, if I have it correct. So it just came out. I'm waiting for it to arrive, and I can't wait to read it. It's going to be so much fun. So Alex Rider books, always a good time. They've never let me down. I've read them all, and every single one is good. The 6th book I'm looking forward to comes out in September, and I do admit I've got a little bit of catch-up reading to do because I have not read book 6 yet. But this is the 7th book in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, Wrath of the Triple Goddess. So I am super looking forward to this. I still need to read Chalice of the Gods. I haven't read that one yet. That's book 6 in the series. I have loved the first 5 books in that series so much. I read Heroes of Olympus as well as Trials of Apollo and many of the other, the Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan. I've read a lot of his books. And I'm super excited for this one because it goes back to kind of that original style of Percy Jackson from back in the day. And so I still, like I said, need to read Chalice of the Gods, but I am looking forward to Wrath of the Triple Goddesses coming out September 24th of this year. So this one's the one I gotta wait the longest for on my list, but that's okay. I'll have plenty to read in between now and then. And then the 7th book, I don't know when it's coming out, but it has been promised. Actually, this is sort of a rumor. I will admit this is in rumor territory, but I am probably the most excited about this book more than any of the other books on this list. And that is Brandon Mull is starting a brand new fantasy middle grade series. I love Brandon Mull books. I have read all of Fablehaven, Dragon Watch, Beyonders, Five Kingdoms, and I have only read the first of the Candy Shop War. I'm saving Candy Shop War 2 and 3 for a rainy day when I just really want a Brandon Mull book. And so I kind of hold those back as I'm going to read this sometime when I just am really craving a Brandon Mull book. So this is a new series he's coming out with that's not related to anything else he's done before. Fantasy series, and we'll see what happens. I do believe from what I was reading, it's going to be not a portal fantasy, but an Elseworlds fantasy. So we'll see what it's like. I'm excited about it. We don't know when. It was only teased 2024. Don't even know a title. Nothing. All we know is that Brandon Mull, new book, 2024 sometime. So it is a rumor, I will admit, and I'm spreading a rumor, I guess, but it's a rumor we can be excited about, that's for sure. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for 2024. I read so many books last year, and I'm super excited about reading right now. I really am enjoying reading a lot of books. So what books are you looking forward to? You know, go ahead and comment in the comments below. Let me know what books you're looking forward to most, and like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Keep reading, everybody. Bye.